Hello everyone. Today is the day that we are starting a full classes online ftpclasses.com. So tell your friend and a friend to tell a friend, okay? So just take notes. And then quick reminder, as we always, encourage you, we always tell you, do not forget to donate, okay? Because your donation count and your donation helps us to keep, coming online, because there's a lot of cost involved in what you're doing, okay? We are taking it for free for you without charging for everyone to, benefit, okay? So your parents are those who pay your fees. Tell them, introduce FTP classes to them so that they will know that yes, you are doing online classes, and they have to donate to support, okay? Your donation, you can send it through 0245215266 or 0278887080, or you can look at the platform, you can follow the platform, just click on the numbers there and follow the procedure to do the donation. And if you have a problem, okay, you can send us mail. If you want us to treat a topic after set, you want us to treat a topic, okay, you can send us mail. And the mail, if you don't have a Gmail or any Yahoo mail, you can just use your number, okay? Let me go ahead, let's do an example. So you can say 0245215266 at, then you bring your ads gmail.com, okay? So today we'll be looking at set set. All right, okay. It'll be fine. Set, okay. So today we are looking at sets under core mathematics. So when we talk of set, what comes in your mind? Just take a pen and your jotter, okay? Try to write anything down that you might think can be definition of set. I'm giving you 30 seconds to do that, okay? Okay, that's great. So what you've written could be true, right? Let's see whether you are correct or not. So when we talk of a set, what is a set? A set is a name that is very common in our society, in everyday life activities, okay? Even when God, was creating things, sets were introduced, okay? For instance, when the scripture says in Genesis, it says that let there be light, and the light that came by God's mouth, God's creation, is not just as light as we know only for sun, but it was a group of things that brings light, okay? And that group, we can say that it's a set. I don't know if you are getting me, okay? So for instance, when we talk of light, any object that produces light, okay, is not only the sun. We can talk of the stars, the moon, a lot of objects in heavens that produces light for us. So when it's in the night, we can see stars, light will be coming. When in the day, we can experience the sun. When very night, and then the month is is almost going to an end, we will see the moon. Okay, and I think a lot that produces light. So let there be light was a set of light, a set of you know objects that produces light. Okay, so let there be trees, and so a set of trees came. Like, we can mention a lot of trees in this universe. Okay, mahogany, wawa, sapele, you know we have of mango tree. I think you are getting the idea. We have what do we have again? We have a lot of trees. Okay, we have coconut tree. All the tree, every tree is a tree. So when God says let there be trees, okay, then trees came. Then it means that trees could be a name, it could be a group. So we have a group of trees. So that group that came, we can say that they are sets. Can we set another example? Just look at your room. Okay, the laptop that you have, or the computer that you're using. Maybe if you are using a laptop or a desktop, you can say that there are set of peripheral devices that makes the operation of the computer. Okay, if you want to know the peripheral device, what it means, go to our ICT class and then go and enjoy. Okay, because we've talked about that. Okay, so we can have set of computers. Okay, so when we talk of set of computers, laptop could be one, desktop could be one, a phone could be one, a lot. Anything in a computer form could be said as could be classified as a set of computers. Okay, so I know for now you've understood what a set is before we will define it. Okay, and don't forget that what you wrote on your jotter, read it aloud. Read it. Okay, bingo. So you know what you've written. Okay, so it could be correct or it could be wrong. Just look at the idea that I've given to you. So we can talk about set a lot of examples, like pen, set of pens, could be big pen. It be a cabo muya no a group of particular things. We can say they have something in common. You can say they are sets. Okay, so then let's define a set. So you can write it down to reflect on it. Okay, so let's look at sets. Let me do my microphone well. All right, because I'm bending my head down. Okay, all right, so we can say that a set is a collection. It's a collection of objects. Okay, we can talk about quantities. All right, we can talk about quantities. Typing too I typed too fast, so sorry about that. So quantities. Okay, quantities, or are you writing it down? Yes, or numbers with specific or specified properties. Okay, So now we know what a set is. So when we talk of sets, okay, a set could be defined as a collection of objects, a group of objects, collection of objects. We can use a group of objects, okay, quantities or numbers with specified properties. Okay, they all have a specific properties that we can say that yes, this belongs to that. Okay, so a typical example again is your classroom. Okay, we have a set of class which is maybe JHS class. You are set, you have something common, you have something common, you are all learning. But when it comes to ages, you can see that one or two will be growing to than one or two age will go will go high than the other. So you can see that we have 6 7 years, maybe 10 15, we have 18, all right. So that is it. So that is a set. I know you have the meaning now. All right, so you can define the set right now. Okay, all right, so let's continue. Oh, sorry, it's too small, eh? Let's make it big, small for you so that. So here we go. Okay, so now let's look at this. Now we know the definition of a set, right? We know the definition of a set. Let's look at how do we write sets. Okay, so how do we write sets? Okay, so we say that set notation. All right, so let's say set notation. I know you have the notes in your schools already, but it's good to so far as you are doing these classes, it's good to take note of that, so that you can read and understand it every day in, day out. Okay, so we say that a set is usually okay denoted by capital letters such as A. You can talk about B, could be P, could be Q, could be X, and could be Y. Okay, so these are these are the donation the notation. These are the notation of a set. Okay, so if if you come across anything like A, B, P, Q, X, and Y, could be telling you that the person wants to list a set of a group. All right, a set of a collection of objects. Okay, the person wants to list a set. Okay, so now we know we know a notation of a set. It says that a set is usually denoted by capital letters such as A, B, P, Q, X, and Y. All right, so what do we say? And then we come and says that yes, the objects that make up a set are called members or elements okay. I don't know if it's clear. Okay, so we want to know if you write something on the board, for us to detect whether it's a set or not. That is what we are looking at. Okay, so that is set notation. Okay, how we will note that this is a set. We've written a set. How we are going to know that this is a set, or we can note that, oh, this is a set. Okay, that's what we are looking at. So we say that sets usually, we use capital letters such as A, B, P, Q, X and Y. Okay, and then we are saying that the objects that make up a set are called members or elements. So if we have this, then we need to have objects. So the objects that is in the set are elements or members. So underline this, elements or members. Okay, all right. So what again can we say that this is a set? This is truly a set. Okay, what again? So let's look at it. Let's look at. Okay, so I can open it. Okay, so now let's look at what again. Okay, so we says that the elements of a set, the element of a set may be given by a description enclosed. I hope you're writing down enclosed in braces. Okay, enclosed with braces. And the braces. Alright, so let me show you the braces. This is the braces. Okay, so this is the braces. So this is the braces. Okay, so now you get it, right? Okay, so now you get it, right? I hope it's clear. Okay, so now let's look at what do we call it? What do we call it? The notation again. The notation means that, you see, we want you to understand notation. The episode says a set notation. Episode say you try be to the be mo who say a set. Okay, the be mo who say a set now. Yeah, the capital letters such as A, B, P, Q, X and Y. Edi dwuma ewo mu. Na ye wie a afi so set no ewo object. Okay, and the object na ewo mu no amo ye from elements or members. Okay, and then the objects no was said no my from members or elements no say ye try ye the braces ye open braces near close braces. So open and close braces. Okay, So I think it's clear, right? So the elements of a set may be given by a description enclosed in braces. Okay. So we talk about the component. Okay. So the components of a set are the objects, which we know that objects are called members or elements. Okay. So now let's see an example of a set. So now we know what we're talking about. Let's see whether we can note this as a set or not. Okay, so that's what we are going to look at. So now let's see. A equals into brackets. We talk about 2, 4, 6, 8. Can we say this is a set? Look at it very well. How can we say that we've written a set? How can we know that this is a set? Yeah, I know. It's a question to you. How can you know that this is a set? Good. Yes, because we have our capital A here. Yes, of course. Capital letter A. And we have our braces here. And we have our elements, the objects inside. The objects are 2, 4, 6, 8. So we can say that it's a set. Okay? But it's a set. But how do we, write or know that maybe 2 is part of a set or is a member of a set? Alright, so now let us know how to write a member of a set or is an element of a set, and if it's not an element of a set. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, we have a symbol that we use to say whether it's an element or is not an element. So if you want to say that 2, okay, let's say 2 is an element of sets A. Of a set A. Okay, how do we write it? This is too, we are writing too much. So here we bring mathematics inside. So we are not writing English. Okay, or we can say that 2 is a member. Okay, whether member or element. Remember here that we says that objects, that makes up a set are members or elements. So whether it's an element of A or we can say that is a member of A. Whatever we want to say it is correct, whether element or member. So we don't want to write too much. Okay, so we want to use symbol, and whether this is a symbol that represents A, that represents a member or an element of a set. Okay, so we do equal to and then we bring it down. Okay, so let me use my pen and write it. Okay, it's like E, like eh. Okay, so anytime that you see this, it means that it is a member of X. So let's see this. So let's say that we can say that 2, okay, is a member of A. I think it's clear. It's clear, right? Okay. Yes, I think it's clear. So we can say that 2 is a member of A. Alright, so I think it's clear, right? It's clear. It looked like E, right? Yes, so that is it. Okay, so let's continue. So now we know how to write is a member of. Okay, let's see the symbol for not a member of. Okay, so not a member. Okay, so this is how you write it. Okay, I think it's nice, right? So we say that 5, that's my 5, is not a member of A. Okay, good to go. So let's take it one after one again. Not a member. Okay, and we do this, we cross it. Okay, so not a member, just cross is a member, to make it not a member. All right. Okay, so let's see what we have again. Let's see what we have again here. Okay, so now let's see what we've talked about. Let's summarize what we've talked about and then see if we can do some exercise and then see the next four. Okay, so we've talked about what a set is. Okay, and then we said that a set is a collection of objects, quantities, numbers with a specific properties. Okay, they have something in common, and we came to know what we can note, or what we should look at to be able to identify whether or not a group of things written on a board is a set or not. So set notation, and then under set notation we realize that sets are usually denoted with capital letters such as A, B, P, Q, X, and Y. Okay, so we came to know the objects that makes up a set. They are members, they are called members and elements. So we try to write something, and most of the times sets are, the elements are being closed by braces. So we wrote an example here: A equal to, and we were able to identify it's a set. We came to know what what really means if we say that a set, whether or not an element belongs to that set. Okay, and then we conclude that yes, we can use a symbol like an if form to say whether or not is a set or not, it belongs or not. So now we know how to write set. Alright, so we do the exercise. So here we go. The exercise is very simple. Okay, so write it down and do it for me right now. So exercise. Alright, so let's make an example. Okay, let's say maybe example. Yes, okay. So it says that if let's say if P equals into bracket, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, we close. And Q equals open braces. It says that 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, don't panic. Okay, this is an exercise. Alright, just try your best and let's see the results. Okay, so it says that complete the following by inserting with the symbol whether or not P, okay, whether or not P, Q, a member or an element. Sorry, no, not an element of sets P and Q. I think it's clear, right? So, and Q. Okay, so we just want to state whether this is an element with the symbol. Okay, so whether this is an element or is not an element, and now we know how to use the symbols. We know the symbols. Okay, so let me pen down. So I say A. I say A. I give you 4. P. Okay, P. I give you B. Let me give you B. Okay, let me stop putting into brackets. Maybe the brackets will help. Okay, so let's put it in brackets. Okay, so B aspect, we say that 6 6. Okay, so we talk of C. We talk of C. I hope you're following. Okay, so we'll talk about C. Question C2. I hope you are following, right? You talk of D. You talk of D. You will say that is 8. Q. Let's bring it down a little bit. Then let's talk about E. Let's talk about E. It's not P. Let's talk about F. So it says that 10. Q. Let's talk about G. It says 5. E. Let's talk about H. I think it's too much, right? Let's talk about H. The H we talk of 7. 7. Not a member. Okay, so we can write and write and write, but I think let's end it there. And then so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I think it's okay. So with this exercise, let's look at it and then we will come to how to describe a set. Okay, then we come to how to describe a set. I don't know if we will end it here or maybe we will continue. Okay, so look at it and then let's see. So I'm giving you, let me see the time. Okay, so I'm giving you 2 minutes to do this work. Okay, but as you're doing the work, don't forget, as we always encourage you, to donate to support us. You can donate with 5 CDs, any amount from your heart. You can make it weekly, daily basis. You know, if maybe you go to school, your parents give you like 10 CDs for the day, you can just put 1 CD down there, and every week you say, oh, 1 CD, 1 CD. For the week is 5 CDs. You say, oh, why don't I donate 5 CDs to support them, because they are helping. Okay, hey, so just think about that. You can tell your parents too. All right, okay. So, as we were talking about donation, I'm timing you. All right, so now let's do the work. Okay, so did you get all correct? So let's read the question again. It says that if P is a set of 2 4 6 8 10 and Q set is 3 5 7 9, complete the following by intersecting with a symbol whether or not P, Q, a member or an element of set P and Q. Okay, so now let's see. What are we going to write here? 4. Is 4 a member of P? Yes, 4 is here. So we say that 4 is a member. So, oh, Tadana is tie. Okay, so what about 6? 6 is an element of what? I think it's P. Yes, so P. What about 2? Is an element of what? The same P. Okay, because we have P here. We have 2, sorry. We have 2 there. What about 8? Is 8 an element of Q? Look through the Q. Okay, we have 3, 5, 7, 9. So it's not an element. So what do we write? We do it this way. Okay, I think you get how to write this very well. Let me delete and write it again. Okay, because it's not nice. Alright. Alright, so let me write it again. Okay, so let me write it again. Okay. Okay. And okay. Alright, so you can write it well. But me, I'm using electronic pen to write, so that's it. That's how it looks like. Okay. P is not an element of which is not an element. What is not an element here? We can write 3. We can write 7. Is 10 an element of Q? No. So it's not an element. Okay. Is 5, an element of Q? 5 element of what is where does 5 belongs to? Is it Q? Okay, so 7 is not an element of P. Okay. Alright. So now we know all these things, okay? Can we continue the class or you are tired? You are getting tired, right? Okay. I think this should be 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, so now let's see. Or 45 minutes. Describing sets. I think we should end it here, and next time we will continue on ways of describing sets. Okay, how we can describe sets. Okay, so we are ending here. So like we always tell you, and we keep remembering you, do not forget to donate. Okay, so we shall meet again. All right, so take care. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, your junior brother, your senior brother, whoever you think will benefit. Don't be selfish. Okay, so we will look at it the next time we meet. Bye.